chair. And he's like, "This is my founding engineer. He makes $400,000 a month. This is how I know I have the best talent."
Fire. It is
That's
how
your
you
boy
know.
right here.
That is how you know.
Oh, did you see Chris's message?
Yes.
He's officially
Yeah. Just I'm streaming. Just heads up. Okay. All
Look,
right.
who is playing music? Wait, is that me?
Yeah, it's you, dumbass.
I approve this build.
Yes, it's
done officially. QA. It's over.
QA is.
Oh my god. The music was coming from one of my freaking Claude agents scraping TikTok.
It's fire. Yes. So we are officially through QA. So give yourself a round of applause.
Celebrations!
We are through it. We are through the ringer.
That means no more back and forths.
No more back and forths. Um, well, uh, so today, obviously Ben is not here. He was just here. Uh, but today is going to be a actually traditional code review. So Nikita, um, you can kind of consider this somewhat optional for you if you want to be here just to see how everything's working and how it's like if that gives you more context. We will occasionally do merges here. So I think the best thing for you is probably just like you can show up for the first like 20 minutes, and then if you want to hang out, you can hang out, and then if we want to if you want to dip after that, that's totally fine if you had more important things to do.
Going forward, is this gonna be the only meeting on Friday?
Yes, I think. Yeah.
Got it.
I don't think Chris is gonna have anything for Fridays. I mean, we could talk to him about it, but that would be the only reason. Like, if he wants to do something outside of dev.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So first things first, just a little update on the live ops tasks, specifically Normcore and Unity. So we have taken our Normcore 3.0 and we have upgraded it. We did a test and review, so we can throw that into QA. I do want to merge with at least one person today, maybe both of you, KT and Akan, because it would just be good to get you up to the latest standard. And because you may have to do, there's like a migrate thing that you may have to do, but I did it on my project and brand it should probably be fine. But we just want to double check and so that we can cross that off officially. As far as Unity, bumping Unity versions. So Abina and I had like we went through like a lot of all the different options for Unity and whether or not there's a feasibility to go to 6.2 or even 6.3. Short answer is 6.2 and 6.3 are out of the question. Unfortunately, 6.2 is only supported, and it doesn't really look like it's getting supported that well. 6.3 has LTS, but they're releasing updates every week, and it breaks like URP. So it doesn't break URP, it just has a lot of changes. And so we would need to update like our portal shaders and like our standard shader and a lot of these different things to just be compatible. And that's not including all the unknown things that we don't know is different. And it's just not always the greatest idea to update to the latest and greatest, especially, you know, when you're fairly mature into a project. So what we're going to do is we're going to update to any of the versions. There are several LTS versions that are still in the 6.0 range that satisfy the security bug. They like fix that issue. I think we're choosing right now between like 5.8 and 6.2, like 0.58 and 0.62. And he's just going to bump that minor version and test, and then we can save that merge for the next Unity version for essentially next Wednesday. But consider it's going to be like a minor upgrade. Like, it's going to be unnoticeable. So it should be like, we're not going to get all the crazy new features for at least like a year. We may revisit Unity 6.3 in like 2027, just because, you know, at that point the AI stuff might be valuable. We could think about upgrading and like actually handling all of that, but for now, no. Yeah. So apart from that, if you have any questions on either of those things, please feel free to ask. But first, we should merge this Normcore 3 stuff.
Yes.
All right. So let me just double check that I have everything that I want pushed up.
Hmm?
All right. Yes. All right. So my branch is what Normcore is right now. So I can merge to your branch, KT, if you don't want to merge it to yourself, and we can go through it that way.
I mean, yeah. I actually did a push last night, so
yes, I did
either
see that.
way.
Free move raid mode.
That was just the interface stuff.
Yeah, which is fire. All right. Let me see if we would have any conflicts. All right, so edit hand mode and part auto fallback. I think these are whoa.
Yeah, edit ammo is pretty much all moved to the interface.
Okay, I think this is. I'll just take your. Like you can take your shit. Keeping destination and then part auto fallback. Also, it doesn't really matter. Just keep destination. All right. So actually, fuck it. Yeah, it's probably just easier. I will. Let me pop open my shit here, and I will pull from you first. But yeah, happy to say I think Normcore 3 is pretty chill. Everything kind of currently works the same. We get there's going to be some things that we're probably going to rewrite. The concern was, were we going to lose like our real-time avatar manager, or like the, is our connection manager not going to work? It looks like a lot of those things are totally fine.
Okay.
The upgrade is like pretty benign. It's mainly just designed for this like higher room stuff. So they upgraded the migration, upgraded like it basically like resaved all the models. So in their like partial classes and yeah, and some other shit. So the new like real time gets a like a field for room size that you can change and shit. But yeah, it's fine. Okay, so keep source changes. Keep source changes. All right. All right. Fuck it. All right, some issues on edit hand mode because it's prop info. Because I think I changed namespace, which is all right. What is it? There we go. I have a new namespace called building. It might be worth organizing some stuff into that. I organized all the new like customization manager. It's like renamed now.
Okay. I can do that. Right.
But that's pretty chill. I did update a lot of the stuff already, so should be pretty straightforward. Alright.
I started working on this.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Lead scrolls. Scrolls.
Okay, KT.
Also, the Ray mode stuff is work in progress. So if it doesn't work perfectly, it's fine as long as it compiles.
It's okay. Yeah. All right. So I just merged your branch. So just if you wouldn't mind downloading or updating your workspace, then all we need to do is we just need to hop into 82 for now.
Okay.
We don't need to really do anything. We just need to make sure the players and stuff is initializing. There's not any crazy errors. We can, you know.
So you merged to my branch, right?
That's right.
Right. If I were a boy. Could understand.
Anyone else here have YouTube Premium?
Nope.
All right, I'm just saying it's very worth it.
Crap.
And YouTube movies, low key, when you have YouTube Premium, they have some fucking hits, dude. Because they rotate in like free movies that you can watch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Give me an example.
Well, for instance, like it's a lot of it's the shit that you wish Netflix had, like that old like B movie type shit. So I just watched Eagle Eye last night. You know that like fucking Shia LaBeouf movie by Steven Spielberg. And they got fucking Hotel Rwanda right now.
Hotel Rwanda, bro.
Total Recall. Man on a Ledge, dope movie. Red, Two Guns. Brothers. Here Comes the Boom. Olympus Has Fallen. Disturbia. Crazy Stupid Love. Limitless. Transformers, all three of them. Legend. Fucking Lucy, Cowboys and Aliens. The Report. Starship Troopers. Ronin. Major League, great movie. What else do we got that's good? Malcolm X. And like this whole lineup of movies changes like every couple of weeks. And so like you're gonna get like you'll get pretty much every movie, because basically what they do is they keep the challenge with streaming is how long your licensing is, right? Like that's the cost, you know? Like it's a big premium to license a film on streaming for a longer period of time, right? Because the studio they still earn money off of like digital downloads, pay-per-view and stuff like that. So it's in their best interest to try and like, you know, keep it off the free places for as long as possible. So if I want to license a movie for like a year or 2 years or 3 years, it's like a long ass time. And so that's why Netflix's library is kind of shit. It's sort of like regressed towards a just all these Netflix originals now. And if you have a film in Netflix, it's usually in there for a very short amount of time. Or it's just like they don't have a lot of movies because they usually like to try and stretch out these licensing deals as much as they can. But YouTube just flips the script. They're like, fuck it, we're gonna have movies for free, and then we have every single movie behind a paywall. So if you want to buy a movie on YouTube, it's very easy. Like, you know, you can rent it. You know, it's like Amazon Movies. But if you want the free movies for YouTube Premium, they rotate them in and out like on a week-to-week basis, basically. So like you'll have a movie that's in for free for like this week or next week. But what that means is you get literally every movie. So if you like, they have like really dope ass movies that come in for like 2 weeks. And like you can kind of pretty conceivably watch everything, you know, like you get to watch a lot of shit. And they do a great job recommending you stuff too. So it's honestly that plus no ads for life, plus like saving, plus free to YouTube music. I think it's honestly the best deal. I think it is the best. It is the best deal out of like any streaming service. Like you could get rid of like you could conceivably nix like Spotify is really nice because it has all these extra features. But if you really had to, YouTube Music essentially has everything that Spotify has. It has all the same songs and all the same libraries, except you also get everything that is a YouTube video. So if you have songs that are just YouTube videos, they're not like in Spotify in the same way that you can with SoundCloud. You can save those those videos. It's fire.
Nice.
All right.
All right. So,
You put it. You
so yeah. So my left hand stopped working, which is pretty bad, but it's expected. Yeah, but I jumped into Sing 82. Seems fine.
Okay, well, just stay in there for a second. I'm gonna jump in. Just want to make sure you see me. I don't have my headset on or anything, so it's gonna be like a frozen player. But as long as you see me.
Maria Corina Machado, you know, the Venezuelan
Yes.
lady.
Yeah, she shared a Nobel Peace Prize.
No, she gave him the medal.
Yeah. Well, you know what's crazy about that? So Abena and I were hitting up Polymarket yesterday, and one of the things that we were looking for was there were like 3 or 4 predictions that all cashed yesterday, and one of them was the Nobel Peace Prize one. Like, are they going to share this Nobel Peace Prize? And one of the, you know, because how Polymarket does it, you know, they have all the conditions to satisfy the prediction. So they have sort of like rules. One of the rules was specifically, would she give him her Nobel Peace Prize? Right?
Nobel Peace Prize.
Oh,
Right.
I see you.
Yeah, okay, fire.
I see you.
Yeah, I see you too. Alright.
All right, that's good.
All right,
Yeah, I think it's good.
that's good.
I should have probably put my headset on, but fuck it, we'll do it next week. So yeah, we yeah, you know what, fuck it. I'll just to double check. So it's time to be a responsible engineer this fucking 6 weeks. Alright, so yeah, so basically the odds for it, you know, in classic like Polymarket insider trading fashion, they swung like 80% about 2 hours before she was gonna give it to him. So like obviously there's some motherfuckers inside Venezuela that knew this was gonna happen, you know. I bet she probably played the poly market, you know.
Yeah.
All right, KT, if you go hop back in, my bad.
Okay.
See if I can just balance this on my face. Oh yeah, my left hand does not work. It's funny. It's okay though.
You look hilarious.
All right, fire.
You
Wait.
look like you have a yo-yo ball.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, I think we're good. All right. Cool. So I can consider that a pretty benign update. There's some normcore errors here, but I'm going to chalk up a lot of those to the fact that this is a scene thing. Yeah. So I think what we'll do is, Khan, when you get the chance, just merge from KT. And then on Monday, we're going to merge whatever we have, if that's possible. Because there's this normcore like migration window, which is what I did before, you know, the Unity 3 or something. I don't think we need to do it anymore. But I'm gonna double check. I'm gonna ask the normcore guys, but if we need to do it, I will we'll just migrate again. But I think it should be fine. Okay, cool. So we can move. Normcore is in QA, with a soft soft expectation that it should be done. So we can affirm that in the build next week. Unity 6, the upgrade for Unity should be in the builds for next week, so I feel good about that. But Ben has already moved on to he's going to drag in what he is going to work on. But it essentially has to do, I think, with picking up the store purchasable stuff, and linking up those things. What we essentially settled on is we have the only point of purchase that interacts with Metasystem is purchasing the soft currency. And then everything after that point exists on space-time. So we just need to make sure that the purchasing, updating of those like coins total, those tokens, is bulletproof, so that that's fair for players. And then we can handle the actual gating of assets and purchasing and what's in your inventory and all that kind of stuff on the space-time side. All right, cool. Well, that's enough of the linear stuff for now. Now it's just time to go into the proper code review. So the way that I want to do this, it's very similar to how we've done code reviews in the distant past. Makan, you were kind of here for that, kind of not, because we were merging a lot of shit. But if you actually go into Google Calendar, fuck, I'm being retarded. Fucking Christ. All right, let me just go to Notion calendar. All right. So, for these code reviews, we had, this review and merge process. So the way that we would actually do this is we would diff changes. So we would like kind of look in to what like the old things were and the new things in the merge itself. So we would do like a review of the things that were changed. That is assuming like a merge is happening, right? Considering that's not actually happening, that's fine. So we just bumped to 2, which is the visual code reviews, essentially just what this meeting's all about. It's going through each linear ticket and essentially going through the scripts that you changed to satisfy that ticket and explaining kind of how your architecture works. And the goal is so that everybody's just familiar enough with how each system works, what sort of exposed hooks they should expect, like especially if, our stuff needs to work together, where I should be plugging into things, yada, yada, yada. I'm actually working on Copilot has a pretty cool new feature that allows you to document your own code base automatedly. So you can set like certain comments and stuff like that, and it'll update like a markdown. So we don't necessarily need to worry about documentation right now, but it's just more of like hey, catch everyone up to speed. So with that said, I'll go into start, and then we'll kick it to you guys. So starting with the prop reworks, with prop 1, we were reworking part SO into prop SO, right? So when we started, part SO was the kind of cornerstone of how we considered parts. We had an ID system that identified this part against this one. That was an int that could be synced. We had its name fields. We had a type that at the time was used kind of in a deprecated way, but to distinguish between like normal and special parts. And then we had references to the actual assets involved. Updating this to props was pretty straightforward. We just changed a lot of names, so a lot of things remain the same. We still share the same ID for props that distinguishes one from the other. It's still an int. We still have the string for the actual prop name. Prop type is still included, but we will likely update this, these actual scriptable objects, to a new paradigm. So the structure is going to stay the same because this is essentially just like a slightly overcomplicated enum. But they will be, instead of for normal and special prop or anything like that, we will distinguish them for like physics prop, minigame prop, like primitive prop. And at its start, we may just only use that type difference for things like the UI, like sorting, in your build menu, right? But maybe longer term, this might have more implications. We don't know. But leaving types in is probably a good idea. So credit to Akan for suggesting that. And we keep the asset references for the prop prefab and the prop. Right now, we still keep asset references for prop capsules and as well as the store capsule. I'm actually willing to delete both of those, considering that we are kind of ditching capsules as a concept. The only reason I haven't right now is just in case there's like a, in the next 4 weeks or something, we think of a reason why we may want to have it. Because if we're assuming that it's going to get deleted anyway, it's actually just very easy to delete, right? It doesn't really break anything. So it's just would be like a delete, and then we would just comment out like the necessary scripts. So I'm leaving it in for now. Prop price it's the same type. It's still an int. But it serves a different purpose. So previously, part price was used only in the context of GSG mode. Now, prop price is actually used in the context of the budget for lobbies. So our new building system includes a budget for a lobby. So that is how we enforce spawning a certain number of things. And every prop or every vehicle, anything that can be spawned, has a price associated with it. And that price will be based roughly on its complexity. So we'll have like kind of a simple set of rules that involves like the complexity of the mesh, the number of renderers, whether or not it is a physics enabled object, and that will basically determine its price. And you know, when we build, we'll just be looking at when I spawn something, what price is it, what's our total, and you know, that'll determine whether or not we can spawn that or whatever. We are keeping item rarity at the moment. I think that is probably just a potential future proof for whether or not we want to distinguish, you know, those things to make things kind of flashier or less flashy, right? I think it's a pretty benign thing to keep in, and I'm cool with that. So that's totally fine. As far as the last one, stats, SO for prop stats, this one is also is more in line with the prop capsule prefab and store capsule prefab. I'm more inclined to delete it. The only reason why it's still here at the moment is there was some thought about if there's extra data about a prop that would be better to put in a separate scriptable object than, you know, this. If like extra status effects or things like that, I'm just tentatively leaving it in. But my general rule is that if we don't touch these things for like the next 2 weeks, they're gonna get deleted, because then we can just always add something into it. I cleaned up the serialization and deserialization stuff, less important, but that is how we like save these in case we ever want to update them. All right, moving on to the next issue with Prop 2. So Prop 2 was basically updating the current custom object info component to prop info. For a little bit of a refresher, custom object info was this class that would sit on anything that was customizable. So parts and props in the old paradigm of the game. And it was responsible for essentially keeping track of that specific instance of that part or prop. We do a lot of reparenting in the game, where when we attach something to a vehicle, that prop or part needs to be reparented. And in order to keep track of that, we actually have a pretty slightly complex method where whenever something is spawned, like a new prop, the client that spawns them, if there is if it's a fresh model, so they, you know, it's something brand new, they create a unique network ID. Now we have this class, which I don't think a lot of you have really looked at before or had to. What's called network ID generator. It's basically a static class that takes the client ID of the client that spawned it as the as an input, and then just runs a simple like hashing algo to generate a unique unsigned long ID to go with this specific game object. And then that gets put into prop info in the prop info model. And what this allows us to do is this object ID, when a prop is spawned, we have the prop manager, which was previously custom object manager. All this essentially works the same way as it did. whenever a prop is spawned and then on real-time model replaced, every other client basically raises an event to add that prop to this dictionary. They read the unsigned long that is in prop info, and they, along with the game object that the prop info is attached to, and that goes into this dictionary called props map. And what this allows us to do is that it allows us to tie a synced concept, which is this ID that is for this specific instance of this prop, and then which is something that every client shares, and then attach that to something that is non-deterministic, which is the game object, right? The game object isn't like a reference to game objects, is something we can't sync across all these clients. And so when we want to reparent a specific game object, which could be in a different place in the hierarchy or whatever on every client, and have a different, basically internal memory, ID. The clients look for the U long, the unsigned long, in the dictionary. That is the thing that they all share, and they grab their individual game object to reparent. So the flow is very much a prop is spawned, a person generates the prop, every client registers that prop with the props map. It just means they chuck it in here, and then whenever a prop is attached, the clients who are syncing that parenting from the attaching client basically receive an event that, hey, this prop with this unsigned long object ID was attached. Let me go look in the dictionary and find my version of it and reparent it. So a lot of this stuff didn't necessarily change. The one big paradigm shift about both prop info and the prop manager was that traditionally we were instantiating parts only when they were already parented, right? So like the moment of attachment is when it was instantiated. So we had to detangle a little bit of logic that assumed that the part was already, like, we needed to immediately reparent, basically. Now we don't need to immediately reparent. We just need to register first, and then reparenting can be a separate discrete event that can happen at the same time, but it's just a separate event. So a lot of these methods for like record, attach a client have remained, and that allows us to handle a lot of this reparenting. But we include some new fields. So prop info has become this single source of truth for all things props. So our new structure for how props are going to work is essentially that props are a sort of three-layered cake. You have like the top layer, which is prop SO. And then you have the middle layer, which is the actual like prop function. And then below that, you can have anything that's like prop specific. So like, I don't know, things that only change like the current, like the prop itself, that don't really interact with everything else. So the prop function, so in the case of like, if I have like a rocket, any of the scripts that have this kind of single responsibility on the prop are always looking up at prop SO to essentially think about changes in state. So if I have a rocket and this rocket can either push something it's attached to or push things away from it based on whether or not it's attached to like a vehicle or just in the world, that difference in function is split by this Boolean is on dynamic object. So when that changes, whatever script is sitting underneath in this prop function, will essentially listen for that change in prop SO to determine what kind of function we have. And that is like that's essentially our structure. And so it constrains the different states that props can be in into something that's comfortable for us for design, and allows us to just treat props as, individual entities that operate on their own, without really any concern for things that they're interacting with necessarily. So we have this is on dynamic object flag that satisfies that condition. We have is being customized, which is inherited from the previous version. It's very simple. Obviously it just turns off any existing function, kind of makes the prop probably like kinematic in the event that it's a physics prop. And then we have this new Boolean is activated. We had a conversation about like, if I put a rocket on a vehicle, should it just automatically be on, or can there be like a simple on and off switch? I think having a simple on and off switch, that's something, activatable by like, the build ray is totally fine. And so again, those functional components that sit below prop info will be looking for is activated as well. We also have this not synced Boolean. I may include it in the model. I may not, because it may be unnecessary, because I feel like this is unlikely to change. But in the event that it does, it's somewhat easy for me to change it. It's this is attachable Boolean. This is our flag for whether or not the object can actually be like attached to something else. So a soccer ball is not attachable, right? We do not want to allow somebody to be able to like weld a soccer ball to a vehicle because it's a physics object. It's supposed to be like constantly bumping around and all those things, right? So we're gonna not necessarily allow that. In the future, if we did want to like allow everything to be attached, this would actually be a rather straightforward refactor, because we could eliminate this and then make a new set of rules for like physics objects that like turn them off in the event that they're attached. But actually I like the design constraint, so we're keeping it for now. And we've gotten rid of, we had a former script called part ID, which was like very, very old. It was kind of some shitty code that just kind of made its way to the end, which it just had a reference to the part scriptable object time. We've consolidated that into prop info. So the prop that it's related to will be serialized with the prefab, so that you can just grab what prop this is supposed to be. Yeah, so that's essentially props. And I already mentioned about the prop manager. It's very straightforward. When a prop is instantiated, we take the ulong and we just, if we don't have a prop, we throw an error and then we just add it to our map. And then removing it is very simple as far as removing it. We only will remove props in the event that a prop is destroyed, because there is no reason there is no reason to deregister a prop from our map other than it being destroyed. Same reason for adding a prop. There's really no reason to add a prop outside of it being instantiated. Then everything else as far as reparenting is just handled after that. So moving on to the probably biggest refactor, rework I should say, was our new customization manager. So this used to be a vehicle customization manager, and vehicle customization manager at the time handled a number of things. It handled attaching parts to vehicles, and that would be like a flow where we would shoot a capsule at an attachment point. The attachment point would detect the capsule. It would attempt an attach by calling attach part on the vehicle customization manager, and then that would instantiate the part in that method and parent it, and then signal to all the other clients to then reparent. Along with that, Vehicle Customization Manager also included all the stats for the vehicle. So changes in stats like current speed, current boost, current handling, current health. And those stats would then be like read from normal vehicle and stuff like that, quite constantly. It had a couple of responsibilities. We've essentially limited its responsibility to specifically just handling attachment. So Customization Manager's whole job is to have a hook that attaches a prop to another thing, and then a hook that detaches that prop from that thing. And it handles all of the reparenting that would occur. So whether I'm parenting as the attaching client, or I'm syncing that attachment from a remote client that parented, or vice versa as far as removing. It keeps the same logic for late joiners. So if I'm a late joiner, I basically reorganize my hierarchy with all this reparenting to, satisfy the lobby. But that's all it does now. So we've removed like all relations to colliders, all relations to the stats and all that kind of stuff. So now Customization Manager will be designed to sit on every single prop in every single vehicle. Since we have taken this approach now that anything is attachable to anything, we will include this component not just on vehicles, but also on props. This has to work in tandem with an attachment point. Attachment points are just a flag now. They are just a class that is empty and functions as a flag. The reason for this is because we need a specific location to parent all the props to. We could parent it to the root, but by parenting it to the root, we kind of shoot ourselves in the foot in the event of like us wanting to do some sort of traversal. Like if we wanted to like grab all the parts or props, I should say, underneath the the vehicle or whatever it's attached to, it gets a little messy in the event that it's just parented to the root, right? Especially as we get like further nested up. So having a discrete location that has its own empty that things will be organized under, it makes for a little bit of an easier developer experience for one, but also if we ever wanted to grab that chunk of items, it's far easier for us to do that. So the two components that will need to be added onto every prop and every vehicle going forward will be the Customization Manager on the root, and you will need to make an empty that is parented to the root that is called attachment point, and then add the attachment point flag.
All right, guys. I'm gonna go.
Yep.
I'll
Okay.
see you guys later.
See you later.
Okay.
Could take the yapping. I'm sympathetic. But yeah, so that'll be like the way that we have to do things essentially going forward. As far as you guys are concerned, with the building system, your system should hook up to these two methods: attach prop and detach prop. You need to pass through the prop SO, the game object for like the prop instance, as well as the attacher client ID. The attacher client ID is potentially something that could be removed, because we were using it a lot for like the kind of UI stuff, and it could be removed, but for now we're gonna keep it. Detach prop being the same thing. You essentially just pass the prop SO that you want to take out, as well as the prop info, and we just look up the ID, and everybody parents that. So that is the majority of my reworks. That includes prop 2, as well as prop 3, which is prop manager, and then reworking vehicle customization manager 2, which is like prop 2.5, I should say. Let's call it like. All right. Yeah, that's me. That is where we are with props. Any questions?
Can you go over the low chart thing that you didn't paint?
Yes.
Just real quick.
Yeah. My bad. I did do kind of this sort of a shitty representation of it.
So,
Every prop will be made up of essentially 2 main layers and a 3rd minor layer. So the 2 main layers are, let me make this one slightly smaller, and then I will do one more. All right. So the top layer of a prop will be the prop SO. Fuck, Jesus Christ, let me. Or sorry, prop info. And prop info is entirely responsible for managing the state of the prop, whether or not it is. Sorry.
Of one instance.
Yes, of one instance. So, of this individual prop. So I have this instance of this rocket ship. Prop info will sit on that object, and it is just responsible for letting every client know the state of this prop. If I'm attached to a dynamic object, right? I'm attached to a vehicle or a soccer ball. If I'm activated, if I'm not activated, that's its job, right? Below that, we have the prop function. So these are the unique scripts. There could be a managers here. It could be however complex we want. It could be 1 script. It could be 5. It doesn't really matter. It's a layer. This prop function, whatever the prop actually does, the stuff that makes the rocket boost, right? Sits underneath prop info, and it is constantly listening to prop info to determine how this function changes, right? So if I have a rocket that's inactive, obviously the rocket should not be blasting, right? If I have a rocket that is on a dynamic object, this rocket.cs script needs to find the rigid body that I'm attached to and apply a directional force to it. Versus if I'm not on a dynamic object, the rocket needs to fire essentially like a small like collider objects out the back of it with that apply like a force to rigid bodies behind it. Right. And that's like our difference in function based on context. And then below that, it's just anything specific, like prop specific. So if there's anything that like, because the like function changes, like the color of the prop changes, right? Or something like that, right? Like because the prop is activated, the prop function switches to like active mode, and then we have like a script that enables fucking FX or something like that. Like technically speaking, these two layers could be on like the same layer. This one doesn't have to be like specifically underneath function, but it's essentially to describe the how far away from sync it is. So the only like it's designed this way so that the only thing that this prop really needs to consider is itself in its own context. Right? When its own context changes, its function will change. And then its interaction with other potential props and other, potential objects is entirely its responsibility to manage. So my rocket itself manages its relationship to the car, as opposed to like the car having to keep track of the rocket, or whether or not it has like a rocket attached to it or something like that, right? And so yeah, whenever we design new props, we will constrain our design to fit within the paradigm of prop info. So we probably will be pretty conservative about ever adding like another field, Like the first 10 props we have probably should just be able to only be concerned with whether or not it's on a dynamic object and whether or not it's active, right? If there's like some other crazy condition that we need to consider about, it's probably like a poorly scoped prop, in a sense. And these constraints, we then we'll build out the function, which again could be one script. It could be a single script that just handles shit, or it could be a manager plus a script. It could be 3 scripts. It could be a lot of different things. But the point is, it just has to. All it is concerned with is what is happening in prop info for determining like whatever happens down here.
Right.
And then anything like prop specific is sort of just polish. Like, if we, again, these things could be like in the same box, but splitting them up is kind of nice. It's like, if we do want to change aesthetics or based on its current function or anything like that, like it's just a totally local thing. But yeah, any other questions on the prop thing on the flow?
Pretty clear.
All right.
Yeah.
Fire. All right. Any other questions on prop, attachment point, manager, customization, reparenting, any of that shit?
Mm-mm.
All right. Fire. Okay then. In which case then I think we kick it over. So who wants to go first?
I can go.
All right. Fire.
All right. So most of my work this week was basically completely restructuring the inventory, and like it from a UI and UX perspective, as well as from a like architectural standpoint. So I think the biggest thing, well, one of the big things was standardizing the usage of prop SO everywhere. So before we had all these other objects like inventory or like prop item, part item, vehicle item, just kind of like getting rid of that shit. So now it's like prop SO everywhere, hence adding like the sprite icon that we like talked about, Rourke.
Mm-hmm.
So now the inventory is a grid instead of a list. Each tile represents a prop SO. The inventory selection state, where is it? Stores a prop SO. loadout slots store prop SOs, and spawning consumes a prop SO. Spawning is not fully implemented, but essentially, instead of like doing like a bunch of like lookups, like to prop item corresponds to this prop SO, which corresponds to it's all just prop SO now. There's also the distinction between parts and props has been removed. So there's going to be one list that is like sortable now based on that prop type. And yeah, there's not, it's going to be the same spawn logic for everything. Removed a lot of, yeah, just junk associated with that. And yeah, not what that allows now is mixed loadouts. Persistence for your loadout becomes easier. And it also allows us to decouple the hotbar from the UI more easily. And yeah, basically just less for everything, less for everybody to worry about. Now I can go over actual scripts. So inventory panel controller, a lot shorter. We still basically do the async loading and the icon loading, but we no longer have to set up separate lists for all of the props. So we're still gonna have to check performance. They're still pooling, but we're not managing 3 separate lists now. Loadout slot view. This is just, wait, let me go over all of this later, actually. Okay, prop grid tile view. This is just in the prop grid, what you will see. Oh, yeah. Let me actually show you how the new inventory looks so that it's not. Okay, yeah, that's how it's gonna look. This is a description bar up here. These are the tiles. So the tiles are gonna look like this, except there will be the prop icon on there. So you click on it, you get a description up here. And this is your loadout. So right now I'm kind of like going to switch interactions so that dragging and dropping works, but currently when you double click, it populates your loadout, which is down here. You can like clear your loadout, reorder things, etc. So yeah, back to the code. So this just manages an individual tile. This, which holds a prop SO. So this is just responsible for displaying the icon. Then you select it, and then inventory panel controller looks at the selected prop because it's using that same prop SO and displays the description, applies the selection effects, etc. Load and inventory info bar view. Yeah, this reads the prop SO. It's a publicly called method in inventory panel controller once something is selected, and it. I also added a description field, description text field to the prop SO, so that can be displayed like by the inventory. I think it'll also be good if we do like an in-world store later on, or other places where we might want to have that same description, having it all centered in prop SO. Next, inventory grid view is pretty simple. This is just the parallel of inventory list view from the previous iteration. Not much has changed except it's a grid instead of a list. Yeah, inventory selection effects. It's made it a lot simpler now. Still kind of a piece of shit, so I'm gonna try and work on that. Change from the depth effects to maybe more of like a tactical feeling, like frame effect. But that's all stuff for down the line. Right now, I just refactored it to work with the actual inventory. I mean, the grid-based inventory. Inventory item view. Same story. It's just it works with the tile now instead of the actual list item. All right, now this is kind of the relevant stuff. So inventory database. Basically, this is what we this is a scriptable object that holds all of the props that we like slot into the inventory, and down the line this will be populated through space-time. And before, it had like prop item, part item, vehicle item, and it plugged into the spawning logic, and it had like just weird handling of all of like the different categories. Now it's entirely built around prop SO. So there's a dictionary of this is going to be the GUID, and this is the prop name, just to have a backup, and prop SOs. And this is how we look up and populate the actual like inventory grid. And this is, so the loadout is, it persists across sessions because of this loadout definition scriptable object. And this also allows us to define a default set of props. So over here we define the save key, and then in loadout read write, we actually say, using the save key, we save the GUIDs in a list, in a string, to player prefs. And when we load from disk, we parse that string, and we can basically like save your loadout in between sessions. And during runtime, this is going to be used by the hotbar, which isn't implemented yet, but you get slot. This is also used by the inventory to like set your loadout. Like when you double click a tile, it adds it to the loadout. So yeah, inventory service stub basically deleted all of the vehicle and the part stuff, so it's just prop IDs. I still have to go through and repopulate all of the prop SO objects. I'll probably do that sometime today or this weekend. Yeah. So this is all pretty self-contained for now. And yeah, I can do like a quick demo.
It's fire. So the experience, I assume, is like you open that inventory and you drag things into your loadout, and then when you enter build mode, you're just seeing the loadout.
That's right. Yeah. And so we're architecturally set up for that. The next thing that I'm working on is actually going to be displaying that hotbar and the drag interaction.
Fire.
So yeah, any questions otherwise?
Not really. I think only. It's more of a design thing, so it's not really the right place. But so the plan is that inventory, you don't see inventory during build mode, right? Like
You don't.
okay.
There's a plane.
Yeah, that's fine. I think it's actually, I kind of like the flow.
Yeah. No, you don't see the inventory. There's no spawning from the UI anymore.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And we were actually talking about it. We think that we should spawn vehicles in like a world space place, like a garage or something, to make it
Oh.
feel more special.
Yeah, yeah. That was the thing I forgot to talk about. So you also noticed that there's no vehicles
Yeah.
being handled in the inventory. After playing UG, I don't know, I think so I was having a hard time kind of like reconciling the mechanic that we wanted for spawning, which is dragging out of the hotbar into the world
Mhm.
with the actual like I don't know how it should feel to like spawn a vehicle.
Mhm.
And then after playing UG, where you like go to this place in the world and you spawn your like dinosaur or whatever, it kind of like crystallized for me that we need to be spawning vehicles in the world. And so if your vehicle gets destroyed, then you just go back to every world can have a garage. You just go back to the garage and like respawn your vehicle. And so it feels more stable. I don't think that this will also help with performance because then you can't just like drag out and drop a car or a million cars.
Well, cars have a budget, but yeah, I get your point.
Yeah, they have a budget, but I think that going to a garage, spawning, and being like, oh, I'm like with pulling my brick from the garage, feels a lot more special than spawning it from a UI.
Here's where it all falls apart, though. Unfortunately, is we move too slow. We need a locomotion rework because if I need to traverse the whole map, even if I hit like respawn, like my choice is essentially do I respawn myself, which is sort of like a game breaking experience, or do I walk across like potentially a very large, even like not a long, space, but like long for walking, to go to spawn a vehicle.
Well, honestly, that's how it felt playing UG for the first time, right? And so we were like, oh, we got to get over here. It's such a pain. But then somebody was like, oh, hey, hop on the back of my dragon or my dinosaur. I have a saddle. You can ride with me. And at some level, there is just the grind of like walking across a place to go and get something. And hopefully your car isn't breaking that much. And I feel like you feel almost a little bit more immersed. You feel like, oh, fuck, I have to walk like a minute to go and get back to my car. You know?
Yes, if exploration is a feature, but right now it isn't. Like the difference between this game and UG is UG exploration is essentially a feature. Like it's sort of it's a lively world that you can kind of see little parts of, and that it makes the journey more of a part of the experience. Ours is a empty sandbox. Convenience is far more important in an empty sandbox, because there is no inherent exploration in that, like the expectation of exploration, I should say. So I think it'll read different. I feel players would probably just get more annoyed by it than appreciate it. That's my fear.
If we just put like a respawn token in the garage that lets you teleport to the garage.
Yeah, but then that just seems like extra steps. Like, why not just allow me to put my car where I want when I want it?
Well,
because it feels
a completely different experience to like go and interact with like a big screen or a bigger UI, and then the car like goes and like rolls out of the garage, versus like going to a UI and like dragging it out into this like big wavy thing out and feel like I can just like I don't know, wave it around.
I guess, but I feel like it's an unnecessary addition for what this MVP really is. That's my feeling, honestly, is that it like there's a lot of we can go into a rabbit hole about edge cases about like whether or not, you know, if I'm in a lobby with other people, is there like a line to wait to spawn the car, and like that could be a valuable thing because we can like chat, you know, while I'm waiting to spawn. But like I don't know, I get this sense that, you know, the experience is I'm building stuff in this sandbox, and this is a pure sandbox at the moment, right? We have not created structure around it yet. And in a pure sandbox, you essentially have full freedom and full power to bring anything into that sandbox and delete anything from it. And I think that, considering we're already doing that with props, it would feel just kind of disconnected and dissonant if I then have to be restricted in the way that I could spawn a big component of the game, which is a vehicle. Right, like, yeah, it like, I understand don't get me wrong, I very much understand the intuition behind it. I just don't think it fits in this context at the moment. Like, I think if we were, the moment we create like a, I don't know, like adventure space, or like a, you know, like some sort of like world exploration concept, then yes, this garage actually makes a shitload of sense. You know, it makes like a lot of sense about constraining your ability to like move through the world and making you have to think about, well, I can always spawn a prop, but I can't always spawn a vehicle, you know, and it kind of creates that dynamic. In a sandbox, though, I don't think I just think it seems like something that's getting in the way of fun.
I feel like the thing is, we aren't really like a full-fledged sandbox, just because of like the nature of VR. Like, I don't know, if we were trying to be like a full-fledged sandbox, then I feel like it would be, we're like talking about building worlds in miniature, and like the other thing we talk about is like exploration is gonna happen because of the worlds being created by players. So you are like walking through this thing, this space that isn't just like an empty sandbox where there's other players doing stuff and you pass them, and I don't think that people are going to be like, this doesn't feel like a sandbox because I have to walk back to the garage. I think it'll feel like, oh, it makes sense because the car is like the thing in this game, and it just feels weird. That's the thing, it just feels like we're not giving the cars enough like of a sense of like grandiosity to have you spawn it the same way you'd spawn a cube from your UI. And also, hopefully you aren't like dying that often. And I know we were also talking about like, how should dying feel, like what emotion, what sense should it evoke, and this can be part of it. It's like, hopefully you're dying maybe once or twice like a session. It's like, fuck, now I gotta go back to the garage, I'll walk back, or you know, it like gives you like a natural break in gameplay.
Gives you like a consequences to, you know, the potential of dying, and makes you cherish sort of your experience when you're on the car more, because there's consequences to like your car getting destroyed and you have to do all these extra steps to get it back. It makes it feel more special to be on the car.
I kind of hear what you guys are trying to say. I'm sorry, I'm very firm. I disagree. I think I think all of these things make sense in a place where you're trying to optimize for players making decisions. In a sandbox, you're trying to optimize for players trying things. And you could say it's not a pure sandbox. At this moment, it is. At the earliest stage of the game, where we are essentially figuring out the mechanics and introducing new features to the game with players. Remember, the earliest version of this thing, it is a sandbox, and we need to encourage players at all times to try things and to, you know, and to like blow stuff up and to, you know, try and fail and like as much as we can, right? And having something that is essentially a punishment of having to reset both constrains the creativity of players in this environment, because if I want to build like a car soccer map that has like a stadium, I have to be able to like drive into it, you know, I have to like be able to have like the garage outside of it or something like that. And that's a fun, that could be like a cool creative constraint in some contexts, but in a lot of ways it could also just sort of get in the way. And the game itself just is, it doesn't have the maturity to justify that, like, that dynamic, I feel like it needs, we essentially need a paradigm, like another context for that specific. I'm constrained to how I can bring a vehicle into this world, in like a completely separate mode, essentially.
I agree with you if the spawning a car from the garage reads like a punishment, like, oh, you're like out of lives, like we're resetting you back to the start of a level. I don't think it's going to be read like that at all. I think it's going to be read as like, oh, this makes sense, this is like a car, it's like the thing in the game, it makes sense that I have to like get it from this place, versus like there's something that will just make it a whole lot like cooler if you have to, like, okay, take the egg from UG for instance. Like, I maybe that's not a good comparison, because to hatch it you do have to like run around the world and like bump chickens, but I don't know, there's just like,
I get what you're saying, don't get me wrong, like I understand what you're saying, like
yeah,
the vehicle is like the centerpiece, and you don't want to devalue that, because you don't want people to like not respect vehicles, because you want them to pay attention to how they're different, and like, I want the new one and I want to try this one and look at this cool vehicle, and I think all of that I understand. I think, as cynical as it sounds, I think you overestimate the amount of game we have. Like, players won't even necessarily know what is important about the game at launch, to be honest. Like, we're just giving them these like 2 components, and we're saying like, can you have fun with them? Like, because that is just the dynamic we're creating. It's completely unstructured, right? We're literally just giving you this stuff to play with, and we are determining whether or not that is in like a fun activity, right? There is not enough game. There's not like an objective. There's not like a there's not that like very specific sort of user story that is related to like these items in a more personal sense necessarily, like you would have in like, you know, Animal Company or UG. Both, you know, it's essentially based on this hub world that you explore away from, right? Like you're always spawned into the hub world, and then let me go like explore all these different areas and regions. And so it's a natural concept of thinking like, this hub world, this home world, you know, has my things in it, and then, you know, let me go try and explore to come back, and to then like build this place up, to then explore further and come back. Like Rough Knots was very similar. And so then being constrained to having to come back to this hub makes sense. We don't have that. We don't have like any really relation to that. Even this idea of like sort of soft exploration, it's not, it's more of like a, it's very much like a it's breaking the matrix. You know, every player is exploring the game to see what other players have made. It's like this very open concept of like the community and like almost out of world version of things, as opposed to like a very in-world pointed like immersive concept that like these other games have. And so I just don't think I don't feel like it fits. Like I don't feel like it actually delivers. It doesn't. The punchline isn't there. Like because the premise of the joke isn't correct at the moment. And so players will feel like I think players like it won't land 100% in the way that you want it to land. It may land in like kind of a cool way because like we have this empty map and there's just a garage, and like that's interesting. You know, it's interesting to think how that like grows, you know? But yeah, I feel like in a lot of different ways I'm gonna see myself as a player being like annoyed more than intrigued or like appreciative of this dynamic.
Think about all those civilization games where you have, you know, essentially a base to grow from.
Mm-hmm.
And it becomes like eventually this like very organized structure where you have like a big civilization where different regions handle different tasks and all that, and you can fight other things. I'm not saying our game is that, but the satisfaction of growing something from sort of like a origin, I think we're underestimating that. So if you don't give it structure and we just let people free create, sure, like people, we can assume that people will enjoy that and do that, but I think giving it a base gives motivation in some way.
We do have
It's
an
like-
origin though.
It's the portal. So
Portal, yeah.
there's a portal, right? Can we assume that at one point we're gonna have an in-world store?
It's hard to say. I mean, you know, that's an option we can decide that if we want. Right now it's in the UI, right?
That's what it's scoped for.
Scope for the
guess.
UI. Because if we need an in-world store, we need there's art. There's art.
Yeah.
There's user flows. There's, you know.
I don't
Like
know.
I'm not saying, I guess I'm not saying that this is a bad idea. I actually think it's a great idea. I guess I'm saying like I think the game isn't ready for it. You know, like I mean, like I can understand basically the best version of that. I feel like this plays out in my mind, and if I'm trying to steel man it from my perspective, it would be players, to your point, KT, build all of their like all these maps in relation to the garage. So the garage actually becomes this like the root for the tree. So every like arena, every race, every obstacle course, every like starts with this garage. And that like allows people to be free from like the paralysis of choice. So they like build everything with this like garage that players come in, spawn a vehicle, right? That's like the best case. However, even I feel like I can start to poke holes in that case, because I don't just spawn a vehicle. I spawn a vehicle, I build stuff on it, and then I do something with it, right? And especially now, while we're like persisting so much stuff in the game, right? Like, there will probably be vehicles like just laying around like when you join a lobby, right? And this like constraint of I will have to spawn this vehicle from this garage, probably like move it out of the way so I could start to like fuck with it, you know, put props on it and stuff, and then go out and do my thing, feels frustrating. Versus like, you know, I spawned the vehicle in the moment, and then I just put this ramp down. Let me now spawn a vehicle and like put shit on it and then hop on and go and fly. Again, in this specific context, like in a, and by the way, I really do believe that like there's real value in us moving towards like some sort of rough knots, some sort of MMO, like dungeon crawler potentially, like vibe. Then like this hub home feeling in this kind of place starts to feel really cool. I just think it's a mismatch in our experimental sandbox playground.
Okay. Yeah, I need to think through what the actual spawning of the vehicle is going to look like. Because it probably
I
shouldn't
just-
be a press. Like if you're dragging it out, there's gonna have to be a scale up at some point, because you can't drag something so big out without it like swallowing you up.
I just keep it keeps bringing me back to, you know, the earlier versions of this where vehicles are just like lying around like junk. People are not really paying attention to them. They don't appreciate the fact that we have vehicles. They're sort of just like just another cube in a way. And I think in the long term we want to sort of monetize or like sort of build around the concept of customization of vehicles. And if we don't treat them seriously at launch, I don't think that shift will ever happen effectively. When we introduce the idea of garage, oh, suddenly all these like vehicles that we could, you know, originally just spawn in our UI, now I have to do it somewhere. That's gonna piss me off more as a player. Versus if we just like enforce that limitation at the beginning and make it very clear that this is not something that you can just take for granted and do all the time. Because setting that tone or sending that message to me is more important than we don't have enough to make this act meaningful. It's more about the message behind that act. You know what I mean?
Yes, I agree with what you're saying all the way up until the whole part about launch. The short answer is yes, they probably will be like somewhat strewn about. We do not have enough game for we do not have a like, this is a unstructured early access sandbox. This is what it is. Call a spade a spade. Like, we shouldn't try and make it more than it is because we can't. And that's okay, because I don't feel like we're less without it, right? If I did, I felt like we would have to change everything, right? Or we'd have to delay and like redo and all this shit. I do not feel that way, right? I feel very confident in starting from zero, but it is zero, effectively. And my counterpoint to what you're saying is we don't know, right? Like, we are going to be building what essentially these players want with them, right? Now, I get what you're saying about treating vehicles as being like an important thing, right? Because and that's like the only thing that's like holding me back potentially, is the, like, yes, is it good to just get players to consider vehicles as like a thing to appreciate, you know, a thing to like, you know, be excited to spawn, you know, all that kind of shit. But I'm right now weighing that against how that impacts your likely play sessions in a sandbox, like what you actually do. And I try and think, I just try and think about what I know, right, in sandboxes I've played in the past, and how if I had a constraint like this, how would it like change the decisions I would make and like the games I would make and the just how it would like build maps and like how it would experiment in the game, or like how much I would, you know, experiment, or like how it would interact with other players, you know. And I get like a little I don't know, I get worried that it would be, there's too many things that we would be deflating, essentially. At a point where the most important thing is that we have a very committed core audience, who's like willing to engage with us, basically, and like, so yeah, no, I think that's where I get, you know, like nervous. But I see it on the other side. Like a lot of sandboxes, they split build mode and play mode into two separate things, right? They allow you to build your dream like map to make your fun minigame, and then they allow you to switch to play mode where the powers that build mode has to offer aren't available to you. And so then you do constrain the players to whatever activity you're trying to play, right? We won't have that. I think it's too much to scope. So is adding like a garage that introduces some level of consequence to the game, like the equivalent of a middle ground? Maybe. I don't know. I get concerned about the about what it might do to the spontaneity of the sandbox.
I feel like spending time in a sandbox is part of the sandbox. You know,
Yeah,
sending your friend,
Sorry, go
sending your friend over to get like a vehicle is like, oh yo, can you give me a car, you know, and come back with me, and you know, potentially ask for like a stranger to give you a ride to go to the garage. Oh yeah, I need to build this, you know. It's all part of building up the hype. You know, I want to build this car soccer game mode, and here's what I need. All right, I need everyone to be in on this. We're gonna do it together. And now, Rourke, can you go get me a car first? And yo, I think that guy over there has a car that he already drove. Can you go ask him to give you a ride to the garage? It's
Also-
building that social experience.
It's like we want players to feel like they're helping build the world, right? So we want them to feel like they're existing in the world versus like Gmod is like purposefully like goofy and like I don't know, people kind of everybody I know who played Gary's mod, I never really played it, but they kind of played it with a sense of contempt, like, and I don't mean that like, oh, I like the same sort of contempt you play League with, but contempt as in like, this is like a stupid, goofy game. Look at all of this like stupid shit you can do. Versus, I don't know if that's like what we want for this game. And for that, we want players to feel like a sense of belonging and a sense of purpose and like feel like they have a sense of being at home in this game. And I think that giving them a constant of like, hey, this is my brick and I have to get it from the garage. Like, and it can be like in GTA, you know what I mean? Like, this is my car and I go and get it from the garage. Or whatever, somebody delivers it to me. But just that's like, that can be like the one constant in like what's going to be an ever changing world. Something to like latch onto. I still think cosmetics are super important and will probably end up being one of our first updates, like being able to paint, put stickers on stuff. You know, like how cool would it be if everybody gets one random vehicle at the start? And so you could get a brake, you could get a pin tank, you could get a, you know what I mean? And then that's yours and you build up your collection.
All
And
right,
then
all right. I get it. I think let's do it. I think what sold me is the, to your point, KT. It's the social side. A really important part of driving, and the reason why we spend so much time on this platform driving is to make the vehicle a social space. And I do, when Khan, you made that point about we're all building this world together, that constraint of I need to have somebody pick me up or like respawn myself essentially is it's enough to create that like I gotta spawn a car, drive out to the build site, build. I'm like driving everywhere to move things, and like I'm driving places and stuff with other people. I actually think is great and very needed. And I don't
Damn,
think
that's got to
that
be the first time I convince you of anything. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think that would work on the, to your point about spawning stuff. I think spawning would cheapen, it would make me spawn a car for myself only. So I would spawn a car for myself, you would spawn one for yourself, we would just drive, and that would fuck up the platform driving, or the need for it, the necessity for it in a lot of situations. I like it. Okay, yeah, keep it in. Keep it in.
adding that to my scope.
I'm amenable, you know. Just gotta convince. You gotta be convincing.
We gotta gang up, bro.
Nah,
Yeah.
no. I was fully prepared to say fuck both of you. Don't worry about that. No, but it's smart. No, you guys, you see something that I didn't. I think it was the social side of it, especially, that really clicked for me. That I think I didn't realize I was neglecting. I thought in a way that I would be neglecting the fun of the sandbox by neglecting, like, because the vehicle is like it's the source of all the interactivity, really. Like, we don't want people not to want to use it, you know. And that was my concern, is that like, oh, because you gotta like go and get one, I won't use it in a way. But what I neglected in thinking that way was that it's actually sometimes very important that me personally, I can't like, oh shit, I don't have a car, let me get on this one with this other person. That's actually so important.
Yes.
And we want people to be navigating through the world even when building via these vehicles, and sometimes you're with another person, right? And that camaraderie, I think, is great, especially if I have a vehicle that somebody else wants. It's better for me to have to say to them, okay, you drive, versus me just spawning you one. That's a better interaction. Like, all that shit I was missing, and that would have been really bad. So yeah, well done, guys. Go for it.
Yes, let's see. Who wants to play rematch?
Well, yeah, we got to do KT first, but
Oh.
Bro.
hopefully he can get out of this.
Honestly though, I don't mind doing it next week because I'm in the middle of a fucking
It's fine. It's just
Ray mode rematch.
just for reps. Like, just do it for reps. Explain what you currently have and how you're currently going to change things. That's the important activity.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I can't explain like my vision and everything. It's just the current code might be bugged that I'm saying some wrong shit.
that's
You know,
okay.
it's
Then
like
just explain some of the things that you think might be bugged. Like.
I don't. The thing is, I don't know yet, so I have to spend some time debugging this. But the vision is, I
You have
created
been,
this.
basically what I'm saying is you have been working on something for a week, right? So you just say what you've been working on.
Yeah.
And walk
So
Like,
I was working on fixing the spaghetti that Akan created when he combined edit and UI.
wow, Con.
So
Do you like that?
and it took me a whole week.
Do you like that? Damn.
So where should I start? Let's start with edit hand mode. So originally this was like 900 lines and I spent most of the time on that, but then I deleted the edit hand mode and changed it into sort of like almost like a state machine, just like the basic VR sticky hand controller. To use this like edit mode to control different rays. Basically, if you want to be in the free sort of edit ray, you press the same input that you used to do for your hand mode, which is like pressing it down and toggling with the selector, and you can go to different ray modes using that. And I want to draw a very clear line between different ray modes because they might share the same input. So that is why I don't want to use like a big switch statement inside, for example, tick. So if you're in this ray mode, you click that and it does this switch, another condition. I don't want to do that. So the clean option here is to have something called the interface, and basically they share the same methods as the base mode, and depending on what mode you're in, different shit gets called. And so the edit hand mode basically lets you do that in the sense that it does this current mode tick, and different ray modes have different ticks similar to what our previous hand mode does. But for some reason right now the edit hand visuals doesn't show up, and I suspect that it has something to do with the VR sticky hand controller. Exactly what, I don't understand. Yeah, there's something that's turning the visuals off or preventing it from going into the edit, like the build mode overall.
This shit makes me
And
nauseous.
but like this script,
What the fuck? Yeah, it makes me nauseous to look at, dude.
dude, tell me about it. Fucking, this is
it-
one of my early mistakes.
Is it
of
worth cleaning
working
that
on-
up and just fucking, like, just
Dude,
limit this to just the
if you-
sticky hand?
If you look at the like fucking the variables in this script,
Yeah.
there's just too many strings attached to a point that it's very. This is one of the like grounding bricks in the game that if you pull it out, like shit's gonna break in ways that you don't want to deal with.
Mhm.
Like this is my main fucking regret or concern. To be honest, like this wasn't meant to be this. It wasn't meant to handle all these responsibilities that we added to it. You know, like it was just meant to be a fucking sticky hand and to extend and to retract. And then later on, we want to like gun hand mode, heal hand mode, all that bullshit, and now I have to like, extend this to an extent that it doesn't feel comfortable anymore, and I had a lot of pain trying to deal with this. But I don't. Yeah, to your point, I don't. I think it would be nice if we can clean it up. I don't think I ever will. So I'm trying to remove responsibility from that. I already did. So for the past week, I was trying to remove the responsibility of this script on the UI side of things. So completely decoupling the UI logic from both VR sticky hand controller and also edit hand mode. So right now, when you're in sort of like the UI mode, I'll show you. Fuck. Where is it? So this is the thing. So this is like one little clip that I added to fix like a very weird bug that the sort of like the UI ray wouldn't follow the hand. So before, we sort of treated the edit hand mode as both the UI editing tool and the world tool, and the only difference that it has is it uses two different rays. Like the customization ray script sort of handles that and use different like beams, line renderers to distinguish from editing UI versus editing parts. And now with all the new ray modes in the build system, I'm no longer comfortable with that. I think when you hit the pause menu or when you like try to adjust some settings, you shouldn't be in edit hand mode, or you shouldn't be in the build system at all. You shouldn't be able to touch some of the stuff in the world or make edits to some of the stuff in the world while you have the menu open. You shouldn't be able to like rocket jump when you have the menu open. To me, that feels off. So deparenting it from all the UI logic, and making sure that edit hand mode handles solely building, and it actually becomes like it's just like VR sticky hand controller. It becomes like a manager. It becomes like an overall state machine for the build system, and that's precisely what I'm trying to do right now. So I created this edit ray mode script, and I created like a base mode just containing like empty calls so that it never burns itself. This is more like a safety script, and then doing all the mechanics that I want to do in these different ray mode scripts that inherits from the base mode. So this is my ongoing mission. Basically replicating what we already had in edit hand mode as like a 900 line script into separate, ray mode subclasses that contains the previous logic and potentially will expand on, and being able to switch between these ray modes using a very slick input that we like previously had with the selectors. I'd have to write, I wrote, why does it keep bringing me back to Chinese? There, ray mode selector. So similar to hand mode selector, this goes on every little object there and turns the mono behavior on for that object. And yeah, it's like the same hovering. Potentially I will do like highlight when you hover over it to make it look more like UI, because before it doesn't really look like UI. So some way to make it feel nice. Yeah, but the first priority is to ensure that stacking these interfaces together doesn't break shit, because it'll be really bad if the different interfaces are fighting each other. Like the hand mode interfaces and the ray mode interfaces are kind of conflicting some shit. Again, I don't know what is going wrong at the moment, so I don't want to go into too many details of like, okay, this is the method I'm calling here, because some of that might be just complete bullshit and I have to erase and redo today. But yeah, the vision is that each brain mode handles its own functionalities, handles its own tick, handles its own like button press, like grab pressed, it does like different shit, so that we can always add brain modes and expand on it without it becoming something like VR sticky hand controller where everything is like inside one script, which is bad.
Right. So, I mean, I guess I'll be the one to say it. There is a lot with build mode, like the current edit hand mode too, that just does kind of suck. Right? Like the rotation, the constraints, the I know we've like removed scaling, but even like the translation, it does obviously like the searching and collider searching after. It kind of seems like a recipe for me for a clean slate. Is it worth scuttling like the existing edit hand mode in favor of like just keeping I like the ray interface concept of, I get that, but like, you're entering this build mode just with a fresh set of requirements and checks, and so that like when you grab a hold of something and you move it or you want to weld it, like instead of trying to sort of parse between what is good and what is shit about edit hand mode or even parts of sticky hand controller, you kind of just start over.
I honestly like what we currently have for edit hand mode. I think that's a very good base. I think the only shit part of this is the sticky hand controller, but there's no way around it. Like, you cannot just add new shit because it's the base that kind of sucks. It's like the first sticky hand controller that's like sucking ass. So like, whatever we decide to throw away, we cannot throw away this because that's the foundation of some of the very complicated interactions on the steering wheel and all that. And I do not want to redo that.
But can you at least completely decouple any reference to like edit hand mode from sticky hand modes? I know you've kind of done some of that already, but
that was the past week, so it's pretty much decoupled. Right now, the only thing that the sticky hand controller handles is like switching between the build mode and the sticky mode, and nothing else. All the other functionalities goes into the sticky hand mode, and the edit hand mode, and the edit hand mode is further decoupled down into this state machine, and all the functionalities are supposed to go into these like sub modes, like the free moving ray mode and all the upcoming modes that I'm gonna write. So I say, except for this ongoing issue with the visuals not turning on or not successfully switching to the build mode after I changed a shit ton about edit hand mode that I have to figure out, we're not very far from like a clean version of this. I think at this point it's not worth redoing anything. I will stick to what I'm currently doing.
all right. I mean, I will file one large complaint about edit hand mode. I think rotation is shit.
Rotation is shit in the sense that
we only rotate in like 90-degree increments, and it's not an intuitive rotation. It's axis locked, so I will lose track of what up is down and left is right. It doesn't actually, like, it should just be move forward, move back, move side, rotate side, regardless of current orientation.
Okay. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
And that's my fault, by the way, because I made that. Like, I know how bad it is.
No. Dude, yours was unbearably bad.
Yeah.
That's already the improved version.
Yeah.
But there's further improvement that can be made to that. It might be worth having like a ray mode just for rotation.
And by the way, are these
was-
ray modes just altering customization ray? Or are you saying like we're gonna have like 4 other ray casts and like line renderers and stuff?
It actually just changes the color of the world beam.
Oh.
But yeah, so visual wise, it's using the same ray, but changing its color. And functionality wise, it's doing completely different things based on what ray mode you're in.
Oh, okay, that's fire. Cool. That makes sense. All right, yeah. All right, makes sense. Cool. Well, nice.
Yeah, I don't even know where to like what specific snippets of code to show you. Like all these like all these like gray boxes, as you can see, are parts that I've changed. So there's not like one specific spot that I changed. It's more like I changed the entire script around here and there.
Mm-hmm. Which is all right. I'm cool with that. Okay, well, I think we're done.
All right, now we can play rematch.
Yes.
Yeah.
You do have a meeting with Chris Akon at 1, and I have it on 1:30.
Okay. Where's Chris been, by the way?
He's been in San Francisco and LA.
Oh, bro, you didn't say what's up.
Or it might just be LA. I can't remember.
Bro's in San Francisco, and he's not coming here to see us.
It could be just LA. It could be.
But I bet he's mad busy right now, so
Yeah.
makes sense.
Hey, Deej, just finished the front end. I'm gonna get the back end in JS. Could you? A mess without type safety. I rewrote our back end in TypeScript. Could you fix up the database? I'm gonna fix the ESLint errors.
Not any problem for me. I got this.
Deej, AI is so hot right now, and my professor's helping us.
You play
rewrite our back end
FC,
in
right, KT?
Yeah, for a while, not very long.
Wait, what's the game we're playing right now then?
Rematch?
eFootball.
Oh.
He's talking about soccer games, like other big soccer games that I've played.
Well, no, there's just a fucking a sale.
FC, dude, don't ever buy FC when it's that.
Bro,
it's
I'm
it's
not
like
gonna
towards
go.
it's towards the end of the year, and the ultimate team is almost like unplayable because all these players have cracked cards.
Bro, I'm not playing that game ever in my life.
I don't think anyone would enjoy playing soccer games if they like don't play soccer.
Hey, don't speak too soon, man. I mean, I played a little bit, but not really a whole lot.
Python, could you get a database up for me?
Certainly, I would love to assist you. You're correct. Let's delve into this.
Hey, Teach. Python scales worse than TypeScript. We're gonna need Go. Could you give me a DB?
Fast?
Edward is online.
I'm ready to go.
Hey, Teach. We're sharing a lot of features lately. I know, maybe too many features. I'm likely to hate both of us. We need to slow down. We need to look smart.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
So, if I run off, what's happening. Because Spice don't give up my focus and turmoil this morning.
You don't want your tools to pick your stack? Neon does serverless Postgres. You choose the rest. Get your free plan at neon.com.
It is the time of year that you've all had circled on.
Wait, I still have my Chinese general.
Fire.
Wait, how come it didn't show up last time?
That's a good question.
Thank God. He's like a Chinese general, bro.
Because you're mid. Let's turn off my.
Wait, the hair is not right. Oh, there it is.
You must join my squad.
There we go.
Where's work?
You must.
Hold on. I'm just trying to turn on my fucking camera.
What did you guys say last time about the new skins for the Chinese general? I don't see them.
It's in the battle pass.
It's in the battle pass.
Yes.
Oh shit, dude, that looks sick.
Yeah. Alright. Oh, fix fire.
Still gonna grind for that.
Right.
Alright, I'm here.
Hey. Bronze 1. God damn it, dude.
Facts.
Fucking horse shit.
Oh, wait, I got. This actually kind of gas. Oh, dude, I can do green. Fuck. I'm gonna do that next. Yeah.
I wish their music was better.
For the game? Yeah, turn it off. I do
should
that
put that-
very often. I just turn the music off for every game I play. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't need this shit.
Valid.
I do like how it's like dynamic, like when somebody's about to shooting or Get
Oh
fucked.
yes. No.
Back here.
Bro, what was
Oh.
that?
I know that was pretty
That's
trash.
close.
I
Disgusting.
mean, it was the right moves.
Holy
Oh.
shit. His shoes are on fire.
Nice.
Yeah, get fucked.
Sample special, dude.
Oh no.
Washed.
I forgot how to do something
Oop.
special.
I got doinked by my own shit. I should have been fucked.
Oh.
Nice.
He's
All right, no gas. No gas. Block it up.
Ooh, I liked it.
That was close. The curve just went.
Oh,
Oh no.
Jesus.
that was a good
Dirty.
shot. I feel like I
Dirty.
went for the save.
Oh, dude. Yeah, there's something you could have done there.
Fuck. No, I'm the keeper. Get up.
Oop.
Oh, that was almost a good team goal.
Dude, this guy sucks.
Woo, no! Fuck, I'm trash. I'm trash.
Hey yo.
What the fuck?
Oh,
Oh! There's no way.
swat on him.
There's
No.
no way,
No,
dude.
let's go.
We'll just pass it.
Dude, I wish there's all chat.
Yeah, facts.
Three's
I'll
like,
follow
I'm
that.
taking it into my own hands. I can't.
Oh. Jeez.
Oh my god!
No.
God damn it.
I shouldn't have lobbed it. I thought he was gonna try and save it.
Oh.
Dude, Rourke, that was going in.
Oh, it was? Oh, my bad. My bad, G.
That's good.
Can you try that one more time? Yo, you got
Bruh.
bladed?
Yeah, dude. Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
You just let that happen
I'm
to yourself?
so mad. I'm so mad.
I did not see that coming. I sort of just. I
I should have
walked.
seen that coming.
Wait, it's 2v1. It's 2v3 now. Bro,
Bro.
you didn't give me a 1v1 here. Ah!
Bro, I
Dude,
suck at
KT, bro.
What part of it's 2v3 do we not understand?
Facts.
Oh.
It's going in.
Oh,
Nice
there we
one,
go. Yeah. that was awesome how we were able to score on them
Yeah.
right there.
Tompo was going for it.
KT, I don't ever want to hear any fucking shit.
Oh, he
my
just
God.
He got embarrassed, bro.
Dude, that was 2v1. That was like,
While he's talking shit too.
Oh. Okay.
if that was a TV show, we would have bonked heads.
Yeah, facts.
Right there.
Finally on the home team. It's annoying as fuck that like all these other teams don't want to have like the cool fields.
Facts.
Yeah.
They just want the robot field.
Woohoo!
Dude, I want the win streak. Got you.
God, where,
KT, bro, what are you doing?
Where are you?
Why are you falling back to defend?
Bro,
you got a
what?
homer run midfield.
What are we doing?
God damn it, KT.
Don't worry about it.
That shit out of there.
I still want the ability to have like no cleats, but those fire cleats are kind of sick actually. Oh, a con.
No.
Or KT.
No.
Oh, a con. Oh my god!
Dude, where were you guys? What the fuck?
I was upfield.
I got
I
you.
was where I needed to be. It was 2v2.
Oh, I got juked.
KT was standing there with his dick. I don't know how he emoted, like pulling his dick out and holding it in his hand, but
emoted.
somehow he did.
That's crazy work. Alright.
Header. You
Alright,
just
what are
let
we
it go to overtime.
Yes.
Get back.
Oh, it's gone.
No. We lost.
We lost to a
fucking
2v3.
2v2. All right.
I'm blaming that one on KT.
Yeah. It's entirely
How is that my
KT's fault. It's entirely KT's fault. Oh, I'm down to
All right.
bronze. I'm down to bronze 3. I forgot about that.
I'm
Bronze
down to
two.
silver
Bronze
3,
2 now. Match
Bro, this shit
stats.
sucks. I hate
Stomple
this game.
29.
Level
50, bro.
100.
Yo,
Actually,
KT.
Yo, I just reached level
That was
100.
embarrassing.
I don't give a fuck.
We
That
streamed,
actually-
that loss, dude. That was embarrassing.
Oh, that was streamed.
There is an internet record of that
Bro.
loss.
Clip that.
That was embarrassing.
You should be embarrassed. You should be embarrassed, KT.
New game.
I feel embarrassed for you.
For me. Secondhand embarrassed. The amount of hate that I receive when I play this game from you guys just because I scored more goals is insane.
Scored more goals, yeah, Mr. 2900. How many goals you scored?
Hey, that's
No,
Mr. 2950 to you.
I used to score more goals. How
Yeah,
about that?
yeah. See, there's a term for that. It's called washed.
Yeah.
And
I kinda
unfortunately, we
deserve
live in a what have you for me lately kind of society.
this. I've
so-
never scored a sample special for like the longest time in history. I need to score one this game. Bro, what the fuck?
Whoop. Alright, I'm just gonna chill. You know? No needs to rush.
Yes.
Alright. Khan, KT, what do we want to do here?
I don't know.
Alright.
Not that.
Yep. Definitely not that.
Get out, get out!
Raheem!
Oh, Alright.
Raheem!
That was completely out of work. I didn't even touch the ball.
Raheem.
That was on
What
work.
the fuck?
You touch the ball is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, watch this. This one's completely on KT. I'm not even touching the ball. I'm not even touching the ball.
Wait! Their team is purple?
No, it's yellow for me, but
Wait, they're black for me.
yeah, it's just different colors. Oh, damn. That's the shitty part, actually. Oh my god, Akon!
What the fuck?
That was
Wait,
unbelievable.
why is Akam purple? The other team is
bro.
purple too.
Ow, my back, bro. My back.
Yeah, facts. Put the team on the back. though.
KT, you're so fat, bro. You're too fat. My back.
The thing, I actually don't really like it. They don't sync the uniform colors because I guess like we all want our own colors for ourselves, you know. So they have to choose colors that aren't going to be like blended.
Yeah.
But I just go black and white the whole time. So I wish they went white for all the other teams. Fuck! I just got clapped there. That was.
Oh hell no.
That was it. That was it.
Yeah. Bro, dove
Okay,
out of
that's
the
the
way
move.
just in
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Just in time.
Just had to let him know. Woo!
Get fucked.
Got you. Dude,
Oh,
what
no.
was that?
It's a shot. It's a beautiful shot.
Shot.
Ooh.
Alright. Back on it. Get fucked. Go.
Look back at it. Does she know before she goes?
No. Oh no, no, no.
Again?
Yes.
Risky move! Risky move, Akon!
Why weren't you there? No, it's this fucker again, bro. Alright, we can win this. We can win this. KT just needs to lock in.
See, it's all your fault.
I feel like I'm getting randomly jumped by dudes on the street. Alright, you better score that.
Alright.
I think that's a very unscorable shot.
Yeah, that's a bad
He's
shot.
gonna-
Oh, no.
KT.
Alright.
KT.
There's nothing I could do about that.
KT. What's going on, man?
Hey,
Look at
KT's
this,
actually
look
the
at
highest
this.
scorer in this game, bro. Look at the scoreboard.
Isn't this guy also like peak rank? Wasn't that red thing like
Predator.
yeah, like peak rank or something in this fucking game? And he's in bronze.
Bro, you gotta
for
stop
reloading.
not taking these volleys. You're not Sampo.
You're not sample either these days, KT.
Oh, dude, take it. Open.
Nope.
He's
Doesn't-
fucking on my ass. Alright. I'm out of juice. Oh no.
Bro, we can catch this dub. Easy.
Hey. I'm here.
Oh, that's a
Oh.
bummer.
At least it's not a go.
Okay, a con!
Oh!
No! There's no way!
I get fucked.
Let's go!
Yo, actually winnable. Winnable.
It is winnable. We got 40
We
seconds.
got fucking
and now
Doctor
these
Strange on
guys
the
are
team.
gonna waste time.
Alright, no more. I don't want to hear any laughing until we're tied.
Until we're
Alright.
tied.
Until we're tied. Wait, I'm the keeper now. What the hell?
Oh,
No!
that's not gonna help us.
I just moved out of the fucking box. Because that slide tackle.
Bro.
That's retarded, bro. That's
Alright, winnable,
entirely the
winnable.
game's fault.
Cheese. Yo!
Alright,
Crazy
Right.
work.
There we go, there
be
we
like
go.
that.
Still winnable.
We're back. We're back.
That was a crazy shot, though, honestly.
Oh, that was an insane shot. Alright, I'm charging the keeper.
Oh!
Take it, take it, take it, take it!
Winnable!
Winnable. Let's go.
They're rattled, bro. They're falling apart at the
They're
seams.
bad. They're scared.
I'll charge the keeper. Oh! Come on!
KT!
No.
Fuck!
If you can get the ball, we get last defense.
Come on, alright. Alright, alright. No, take your time, take your time. KT! KT!
Yes!
I'm him! I'm him! I'm Zombo.
Shit. He's back.
I don't want to hear any
Ladies
shit
and
talk.
gentlemen, he's back.
There's no way.
Alright. Okay, get it go, get it go! Alright, so yours. Take your time. Take your time. We got time.
Oh! Oh!
I got it. Still got it.
Oh.
Alright, I gotta get
on
back.
the-
I'm sprinting. I'm lagging though. Alright. Nice save.
Thanks. Running up the right.
Yeah.
Through.
Ooh.
Alright, I'm
Fuck.
running back, I'm running back, I'm running back.
Yep, I'm on this guy.
Alright.
No!
I'm here.
It's okay,
I'm,
it's okay, I got it.
I'm
I
blocking.
got it.
Open. Goal's open. You can get there.
That's it?
Yeah!
Oh!
No! There's no way!
There's genuinely no way, bro.
This game is rage baiting us.
Nice,
Nice.
nice.
Other side.
You got me back?
Oh fuck, I tried to get both.
Alright, he's burned. He's burned. I might have this. Nope.
Ooh, fuck, I missed it. Hold on. Ooh.
No.
Oh!
Nope. Nope.
No!
Oh, no.
I pressed the wrong button. I tried to block with my... I tried to slide. I should have blocked with my face. I was
couldn't
there
recover
too.
from that dive.
I was there. I blocked with my face. Oh, that's
That's a
heartbreaking.
good game.
Oh, dude.
Dude,
That
what?
bounce.
He climbed out of the fucking ground.
That one bounce, bro. That's crazy.
Oh.
Actually robbed. Actually, 10,000. I don't. That's a crazy score.
Holy shit.
Actually robbed, man. Damn, that's so upsetting.
Yeah. That's
Pain, man.
very annoying.
Pain.
Fuck.
Oh, what time? Oh, I got
All that crazy comeback just to lose.
I know.
That was an insane comeback. Hey, we can't forget that comeback though.
Yeah.
We gotta
facts.
keep that in our hearts always.
Yeah.
4 goals in 30 seconds.
Yeah. We let him bleed.
Crazy.
We let him bleed. It's quiet in the locker room right now.
Broke our spirit.
That one fucking save, bro. God damn it.
The fact that it
If I hadn't-
bounced up into the fucking, that's crazy. That's on me because like I think
Yeah.
I tried to make sure that it had the distance, and I should have just shot it lower and let it roll.
Yeah. No, that's
That's
an
crazy.
insane coincidence though.
Also, that shot that I did, it's probably the best shot I've ever did in this game.
Yeah, the one where
The
like
curved
bends
one?
around.
Crazy.
That gave us our juice back.
Facts. Alright, these motherfuckers gonna feel our wrath. I like that slow walk up. A lot of aura farming. Until this point. I'm getting it. No, I'm not.
Nice.
Oh!
Got it.
I got it. Ooh, close. Back to me.
Oops.
Oh,
That was close.
Nice.
oh, what the fuck? He just said, "All right, that ball's mine now."
Alright.
You're good.
Sorry.
I think what I've noticed is that. Oh shit. Oh, that was retarded.
Oh! Nice! Let's go.
Is that everybody plays man coverage? So if you like just switch, if we were to like switch people, switch sides, they get confused for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good idea. Fuck.
Right. Oh.
Fuck.
How did that get over me?
Fuck. Joe? Tried to Superman
Jesus.
in the way there. Alright.
Superman.
Woo!
Oh. Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, off Rourke.
Worked out. It
That was
worked out.
That it did. Oh, what a save, bro. What a save.
I'm gonna. Oh,
Fuck, dude. Fucking retarded. I dove for it. I should have dove it off.
yo.
Oh,
Ah,
what is
dude.
it?
What the hell? What a lame ass celebration, bro.
Thanks. That was pretty swaggy though.
Oh, that was smooth, yeah. Whoa.
Oh, we're in the sky. This is
Cheese.
actually fire. Cheese.
Cheese.
Oh, my bad.
Um,
Bad cheese. We got a minute left, dude.
Bad.
We burned 3 minutes in that game.
Facts. Oh, it's just
Fuck,
a
my
little
bad.
too far.
Oh,
Ah,
you got it.
Oh,
Up.
come on, KT, come on.
Yo,
Let's
crazy.
go. What
All
a
right,
shot.
remember this celebration, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo, they both go for that shit.
They better.
Nice.
Go, 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 go. 30 seconds. You got time. Oh,
Thought I was gonna get it to you, Con. All right, 1-on-1.
What?
You got it. Let's
That's
go.
right,
Oh no!
Oh, fuck.
I think strangely I became better at goalkeeper.
Huh.
Whereas as a striker.
playing mouse and
better
keyboard?
at goal. Yes. Don't
Shoot!
go, 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 go. No.
Fuck.
No, I'm
Oh!
trash. I'm so
Dude,
trash.
good shit. They rattled the show.
Let's go, guys. Get him. He's scared. He's scared.
Oh.
Dude.
Oh.
I did not see that short
Dude.
pass coming.
Oh, this fucking retard, dude.
Antoine the Don, bro.
We lost like
0 for 3,
Five.
bro.
Oh, that's rough. That is really rough.
we lost like 5 clutches in a row. I feel
Yeah.
like.
Heartbreaking. In
Heartbreak.
heartbreak in bronze, man.
Come on, fourth time's a charm.
Heartbreak in
Fourth
bronze
time's
is crazy
charm.
word.
Yeah, I'm stuck in Elo, pal.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
It's because the plant hasn't been watered, KT.
Yeah, KT.
If only I scored 2 more goals, we would have won. It's entirely on me.
Honestly, facts.
It's true. I missed the O, KT. Straight from the go, KT.
I got max fucking money and I don't want to spend it on anything. Can I get like another celebration or something?
It's gotta be.
Oh, they're all lame.
Oh, the gloves is pretty nice. Purchasing gloves.
The CS, it's coming back.
It's
You're just,
starting.
you're just trying to find the hole for where the glove market left you. Like, maybe these gloves will take off again.
That's gotta be the meanest thing you've ever said to me.
Yeah, there's certain things you don't joke
Yeah,
about.
you don't joke about that. You don't joke about the CS market. That's real consequence.
I take it personal.
Yeah, we got Bob Ross on the other team here. That's tough.
All right. I'm gonna try that one more time.
Almost.
That was close.
Yeah, it almost actually rang in there. That was a good save.
Let's go. Even better pass.
Oh, I fucked that up. You can have that. My bad. My bad. I tried to shoot and it just was like, nah, I'm not shooting today. Fuck.
Oh no.
Alright, that's on me. You can attribute that goal entirely to me. Oh, we got hit with the airplane.
The airplane, dude. I told you know, I said it would happen. The dog is dying.
Yeah.
The dog is gonna die.
Alright, little rainbow for good luck.
Oh my
I'm in the
god.
middle.
We're rattled.
Dude. Oh
we
no.
we need to
My-
find ourselves.
My thumbs are sweaty, bro.
I'm sweaty. Knees weak. Oh. Oh. Oh, what the fuck?
It's all good. I'm him.
That's right.
Oh, I fucked it.
Oh, I had no juice. Tackle.
Oh, that was.
Oh,
a pass
you
and
like
a
that
half.
pass?
Oh!
Let you stop.
Bruh.
I heard the shoot
Like the
sound.
keeper.
Yeah, dude. I saw the shoot animation and the. I saw the
Alright.
ball marker of the thing.
All right. Let's get back to being us. KT, I'm gonna shoot it straight off the wall. You ready?
Okay, yeah.
Fuck.
Oh. He was ready.
All right, 1v1. You got this.
It's all good. Fuck. It's not good.
Oh, nasty shot.
At some point in this game, I stopped trusting my reactions and started guessing. Now every time somebody shoots, I just guess.
Even if you made the right dive, I don't know.
All right, sometimes you just gotta fucking.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do, man.
All right, no, right. Sometimes you just gotta.
I'm switching sides.
Sometimes you just gotta pass it to some pool.
Yeah, sometimes, man. Sometimes you just gotta. Sometimes. That's it.
What a statement. Sometimes you just gotta give up.
Yeah, sometimes, man. Sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta go 0 for 4 on a Friday, you know? Sometimes, man.
It's weekend time.
Jesus Christ.
I scored. Guess what my score was that game, bro?
-4?
600.
Yo.
Oh, that's almost worse than -4.
That's crazy work. That's like getting 600 on your SATs. Like you just wrote your name, bro.
You know why he gets 600? Because we started the ball 3 times and he was first to kick the ball, so that was his 2 passes.
Ah, fuck you. This game, bro. This game.
Insanity.
All right, now I gotta fucking go and shake it up.
Oh yeah, you gotta talk to Chris.
Yeah.
All right.
So how you doing? I kind of honestly thought about jumping. Wait,
Yeah.
I thought ourselves.
Yeah. All right. Well, good review, guys. Yeah, have a good weekend. I'll be on if you need anything.